back. And we back, and we back, and we back, and we back, and we back. And we back, and we back. Hey, this ain't no intro, this the entree. Hit that intro with Kanye, I sound like Andre. Tryna turn my baby mama to my fiance. She like music, she from Houston, like Auntie Beyonce. Man, my daughter couldn't have a better mother. If she ever find another, you better love her. Man, I swear my life is perfect, I can merge it. If I die, I'll probably cry in my own service. It was a dream, you cannot mess with the beam. This is like this many rings, y'all know what I mean. This for the kids of the king of all kings. This is the onlyest thing, this is the beat that played under the word. This is the sheep that ain't like what it heard. This is officially first, this is the third. This is the This is all we got, so we might as well get it all.
Assalamu alaikum, welcome. The podcast is back. You guys asked for us, we had to bring it back. UMBL podcast. I'm here with
the Kek, your boy over here. Salam, guys. I met most of you guys. My name's Yusuf the Kek. Played in the first league, came back out of retirement to play with y'all. So assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Yep, he was on my championship team year one. LA Braun, we got 2 rings together. He's on the first team. That year we had a stacked little squad, but we haven't got that
different
team.
times.
That's different times, man. It's a whole new league now. Whole new league, man. But yeah, man, it's been a fun league so far. We had 2 weeks straight. I was talking to D1 on the captain's chat, and he was saying, like, without the podcast, the league's like, you know, it's kind of tough, you know.
We want to have something to talk about during the week, man.
Right now, it's just games, highlights, you go home, and the podcast brings the extra flavor to the league. So we're trying to bring it back for you guys, and we have first one of the year. So usually we do like a pre-draft. We're already 2 weeks in, so we're going to go through the teams so far. Before that, though, just want to say, you know, right now, I'm playing in the league right now, okay? And this basketball league's on Thursday nights at Hy-Vee Arena, and man, I'll tell you, the league we bring to these people is insane. You pay $50, it's kind of crazy. But we paid, I think, $70 for a basketball league at Hy-Vee Arena. You're bringing some like crazy little talent, whatever, but like legit, no highlights, no stats, no podcast for sure. Yeah. So I'm just like, ain't no shirts, you know? Just want everyone to know, you know, like this league has its issues in here and there, but just be grateful that this league is even here, because, you know, things change fast. Life is fast, you know?
Life moves fast.
Life is crazy.
And, like, if anybody has, like, ideas that you guys want us to talk about on the podcast, too, like, let us know. Like, we're just kind of going from, like, past podcasts.
Yeah.
We're just going from past podcasts. We do it for these podcasts to just move on. And, like, we're not saying whatever we say. We're also not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. When we say something, like, we're 0-2, man. Like, we're the bottom of the bottom, so we know we're trash right now.
For sure.
So we're all right.
And for this week, though, obviously for the whole podcast, though, if we say anything like bad about you guys, no, it's not personal. It's only talking about basketball, not you as a person. And for next week's podcast, we'll have an Instagram like Q&A thing. Put your questions in there so we can kind of answer them, go off like the crazy questions you want to have. I know we got Darky Brown Boy, some of these, you know, on Who the He, they love asking questions on there. But yeah, for the Q&A, that'll be great. And so now we're gonna start with our first team, our 2-0 team. We got Huda Heat, 2-0, first team on the list. How you feel about them boys?
Well, considering we just played them, pretty good.
They're a pretty good team.
They're a good team. I think they definitely are probably one of the bigger teams in terms of size. Like, those boys eat their veggies. Like, they had height all over the place. They got shooters too. They have Abdullah, who's just like a point guard, big type thing. He's like a freight trade. They have Bosch to kick out for the threes. And then they have mixed in with some PG play. So I think overall, a pretty good team. They could put up 60 on you real quick. But especially like their defense, it's like paint's closed, come back tomorrow type thing. Yeah.
I think Huda Heat biggest thing with them is obviously is their size. But Loki Ahmed, the captain, he was getting clowned for his draft. You know, because last year Master Huda had an 8-0 team, perfect team, and right away Yassine win the draft first. Then they lose a bow, like 3rd or 4th pick, you know, and like everyone, because that was the 2 best players in last year's Huda team. So everyone was clowning Ahmed, talking about it's over, Master Huda is chalk, Master Huda is over, and he legit drafted a nice little squad, He gets obviously Abdullahi first, that tall PG guy,
Yeah.
and then he gets Bosch. You know, his draft was very, very smart. He gets Stevie Abdul Hussein, number 7, late in the 4th round. And that man, I tell you right now, he's a rebounding machine.
This guy's like a mini Alice, man.
He's a rebounding machine, man. He don't get a lot of like praise because like he does the dog work, but man, he be doing so much. He had the game winner week 1. Like he's the guy at the game winner. Like this man's going crazy. Overall, their team is built kind of nice. They have like 3-4 trees that can play basketball, and mixed in with the ICJC Brown boys. You know, he's point guard. He's showing everyone that he's the real deal, right?
Also, like they were able to just like the chemistry was just there too. Like those players, like even just playing them and watching them week 1, there was no such thing as like a bad shot or like a forced shot. You know what I mean? Like, everybody, like it's just they've gelled really quickly, really nice too.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. Like I don't know what happened in Missouri or like the Kansas KC side. Everyone's short as hell on our side. And these Somalis at Meshta Huda and all the Meshta.
That's why I came back, man. I heard all these Somalis winning everything. Had to see what's up, and
it's a Somali league now, nice, man. It's a Somali league, but yeah, overall Huda Heat 2-0, number 1 seed right now, looking very, very good. All right, and for our second team, our 2-0 Brotherhood. You know, this is Osterheimer's last year's squad. That's the boy took that man's name, and he's carrying the legacy on. Last year during the championship game, almost beat Measured Huda in the ship. 5-point game in the ship. It was crazy, the game. Osterheimer did lose that game, and his team did lose, but now they're back 2-0. Dustin Foley, and he drafted like a serious little squad, man. It's like Dustin mixed with like some Somali from Measured Huda, plus some Hasham, some IHGAC. It's whole like it's a nice little mixture got here, you know.
Boy was watching the games last year, all of them, man.
Yep. What do you think about this team, though?
I think they're pretty nice. Also, we played them week 1, so we got it firsthand. I think they're just well led. You know what I mean? Like Dustin doesn't clown. He doesn't play around. Like I heard they had a few practices, scrimmages. I heard they were wild on the scrimmages. But like I think that team like dynamic. Dustin knows it from like playing college ball, playing high school ball. Like he knows what like a winning team looks like. Yeah. Like he's able to like. He has his tolerance for error is close to nothing. Everything has to, you know, like Sergeant style, like And he like I think they all respond well to that because you don't see anybody arguing, you don't see anybody this. He knows what he's doing, and I think that type of IQ and that leadership goes a long way with any squad you have. Yeah, and they have some size too. Baby KD.
We're here with Yassine. 20-point dub for the team, man. How you feeling?
Bro, I was the #1 overall pick for a reason.
Oh yeah.
We won by 20 points. It's too easy. Catch us in the playoffs. That's all I gotta say.
We'll see you there. 2-0. Brotherhood.
Inshallah.
He's a baller, smooth shot, and then I think their bench also is just a good like rest bench type thing. Yeah. Like, they could give you like a spark, like Ramak could give you a quick couple buckets, that type of thing.
Yeah, and I think Dustin for sure, his passion though for basketball is definitely different. Like with football, I saw him play football this year. He plays the game, but he's not passionate. For basketball, his man screaming, getting hyped for a bucket. Like basketball is his love right now. He loves basketball. And I'll say Brotherhood low-key is like a sleeper team. They're kind of sleeping low-key. They're 2-0, under their radar, 2-0. They don't talk much. They come in and play basketball, they go home. You know? So I think this team is definitely a team to watch for sure for the next couple weeks, and we'll see how they do rest of the way. But 2-0, solid little team.
Cool little squad right there.
Cool little squad, 2-0, man.
Cool squad.
All right, in our next team, we got Ghost Town. We got Coach D1's team. And man, oh man, this man cheesed that draft. He cheesed it. He was changing names in the draft. We got Thor Bull. We got named Thor. We got Israel Brown, who is actually Jake from State Farm. You know, so this man cheesed the draft, but still respect though because he did join the draft. They changed some name, but low key we all know Thor was low key Bull. I had a feeling too, but D1. I love D1 because like he's a coach. He legit is a coach. He don't play. He's running the lineups, bench, you know, and he like everyone respects that man, you know. And he's a clown too. I love some clowns. So D1 definitely is entertaining for the league. He has a great team too. They're 1-1. They lost the Hood Heat by a bucket, by game-winning buzzer beater by Steve. So they can easily be 2-0 team right now. So Ghost Town is a team to watch as well.
No, definitely an interesting team, man. When I heard this team, their captain doesn't even play, you know, like I don't even think we've ever had like a team before like that, where like captain doesn't play.
They don't play.
Like usually the captains are all like the best players on the team, and like this man, when I heard Bullman, I thought it was Bull. I thought the man was taking a break, coming for the off season for us, man. But like also nice team, Israel Brown, State as he.
Much they didn't even Jake now.
Jake from State Farm, I guess,
that
is that's the name. He's a good passing big. They're more like bang, you know what I mean? Like they all like, they get physical, they get like coached too. So like it really helps when you have like a guy like on the sideline, like looking at stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's able to see it, process it, and like make adjustments, tell someone to go there. And I think when you have a team like that listening to you too, and telling them like, you tell them like go there and they listen, like that helps so much for like
sure.
adjustments.
For sure.
Fahim Hassan, if that's his real name.
Fahim,
I don't know if that cheats the name there, but that guy's a bucket, man. He's a crazy little point guard, has speed, handles, and everything. I think they got a good squad too. To be honest, I can compete for a ship also.
Yeah, I got to D1 though. This team is not an underdog team. Everyone is trying to beat Ghost Town because of his cheesing he did in the draft. People are coming for that man's life right now. He was saying he's underdog, but man, people are not rooting for D1's team. You know, like they'll get everyone's best shot every single week, and D1 knows that. And yeah, but still, at Ghost Town, they'll be there in the Final Four for sure. We're gonna see them drama.
A little whiteboard too, man. I saw him bring out the whiteboard last week.
Yeah, he's at whiteboard and everything. He's a real coach, man. He's a real one. All right, next up, we got Hollywood. We got Hamza Shabir, the Brown Boys. You got Jesse. You got Bo Sheikh from Metro Huda of last year, first round pick. Overall, this team is well built. It's like a bunch of friends that have crazy chemistry. They're going out to eat on the weekends. They're seeing each other on Wednesdays and Fridays, going whatever. Saturdays they're chilling. They come to basketball. It's a bunch of friends, you know. So it's a good draft by him. I think his whole entire draft, he knows all his players. They're all tight. This is low-key like half of Brotherhood's team of last year, just minus Os. It's like low-key Brotherhood without Os and Destin, but pretty much. But man, it's a great squad. This kind of team that one game they can just shoot you out the gym, and one game they might have like a tough shooting game. You know, they're all like crazy shooters. It's like kind of streaky though. So I mean, but overall, this team can really just like come playoff time. If they get hot on you, it's over. Like you're losing the game. Hamza can drop 20 in his sleep. A Bo can drop 20 and 10. You know, he's a passer too. So Jesse does his thing. Jesse be clowning all the time. You know,
Jesse, man.
Jesse, he's built differently, low-key, but solid little squad right here. Solid team.
Yeah, I mean, this is like the first time where like Hamza is like in the spotlight. You know, like he doesn't have like, what was that? The year we played, he had like Issa and Ayman, like other players, like cool little like got like a bum guarding him, and like other years, but like this year he's like the guy. Like everybody is looking for him. He's gonna get the best defenders. They got that Abu guy, pretty cheesy guy, man. He does the between the legs dribbling stuff, man. Always clowning. Jesse, cool little scrub they have on their team. He's meh. Brennan and Kirk Paul, Abad, Zishan. Abad's the one that's injured, right? That's all.
He broke his
GG for that, man.
GG.
But like that's like a scrappy team, you know. Like they're the guys that like die for a loose ball, like try to like sell their bodies and everything. Because probably Hamza's taking them out to eat on the weekends and stuff,
for sure.
But like you said, like I think they're a team that like lives and dies by like the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Like they're definitely gonna throw up a hella threes, and if they go in, you can't stop them. And if they don't, GG's.
Yeah, man. This team right here, Hollywood. You know, Hamza has lost his paint beast, Ostrahima. And I remember like last year playing Brotherhood in the ship, Hamza's team, and Destin all them boys. I was just setting constant screens everywhere for everybody. I remember we game planned to like trap Hamza on all screens, and then it didn't matter who had the ball. Brennan, Jesse, Dustin. It was coming from screens everywhere, and that just threw us off like crazy. And overall, all these guys like they kind of lost their dog and O's. But hopefully, like the Leaf, their new center, can pick it up, you know, or just play small ball, or just become this screen guy. Right now they have 5 like small guys, small ball. Small ball can work, but you know, Leaf guys step up as well as center and play ball for them.
That guy that they lost to the wrist injury.
Ibad, he was their big man, 6'4".
Yeah, that guy was a tall.
He was their screen guy. He was gonna be their screen guy. Yeah. But man, they're a 1-1 team. They're still up in the top 4 of this league. We'll see what happens though with them. All right, now we're on to fun guys, the Cali boys, you know, the Gisteries. This is like a sleeper team. They're so slept on, it's crazy. And like fun guys, like those Cali boys play so like fluid, so like it's just nice, pretty, passing everywhere, deep passes. Like they're playing football, they're low key.
Yeah.
They're throwing a ball, chucking it down the court, and they're playing good basketball too. You got Shahid in like the second round. Shahid bought, 50 years old. He's still one of the best in the league. He's so slept on right now. You know, he has an injury right now. That's why he's kind of playing kind of quiet in the stat sheet. But Shahid's coming. You got Faraz, Seth Fisher, you got Coach. All down the line, it's just great talent. Overall, great talent.
They're OGs, man. They're all like, this is the team that I recognize the most names too. And like, I think also like these guys are also all winners. Like, they've all won like something like at one point in all the other leagues. The Cali boys, you know, I heard a lot of talk about them. You play with them on Thursdays. They're a cool little combination. It'll be interesting to see how they all kind of continue to like, you know, gel together.
Yeah.
Because like you can see it a lot where like the difference between like who's played with who. For instance, like the Cali brothers, like ball between them is hella fluid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then when the ball goes to like one of them and then someone else, like someone like they haven't played with, like, you know, it disrupts that like fluidity and that type of stuff. Like that's why we have 5 weeks. We have everyone makes playoffs. So this will definitely be an interesting team. They got some shooters too around them. Seth, Amardullah, Coach. And then they also got those big trees like Firaz and Mohammed Al-Sadiq, Rough Riders, who will go bang bang with anybody too.
Yeah. Overall, this team is still a scary squad to play with. You know, like I'm just seeing Shaw in second round. People are just very, very quiet on Shaw right now. I think Shaw can ball after this team.
Boys saving it for
and
playoffs.
Also Diop Gistri, he's a bucket hitter. I mean, week 1 and 2, man, job 18, 17. Like he's a bucket. He's gonna score at will. You know, and Osama right now is still kind of getting his shot right. But Osama IHGKC, that man don't miss. He do not miss IHGKC. So I'm just like let everyone know, fun guys, don't sleep on the fun guys, because we're into week 3, week 4, week 5. They're gonna get nicer.
Yeah.
Come playoff time, you know. We'll see. Like so, right now we have a split of 4-4, 4 Somali teams, 4 everybody else. So we will see who is gonna be there in the final 4. You know, will be more Somalis and more of everybody else. So you know, we'll see what happens though with that. All right, next up we got Fairview Park, man. 1-1 Fairview Park. I clowned them with the intros of their team, uphill battle. I said they're gonna have, you know, their season. I did clown them a little bit, but overall, you got Ali Hersey, captain, you know. But they had so much drama pre-draft with Abdi Karim, you know. Is he on Hood Heat or is he on Fairview Park? You know, there's some crazy drama with the drafting with different names and stuff like that. Ali was pissed off about that. And then he has his Shamouk. You know, Shamouk is one of the OGs as well. He's one of the Somali OGs. And then you got this guy named Mahmoud Moody. He hasn't even been here for 2 weeks. He's a second round pick, kind of like our situation as well. So he's a solid little player that hasn't played yet. Yahya, Abdi Karim's a bucket, Mo Abdul. Like they had a lot of players, you know. You know, they had Abdi Malik and Sadiq, who got traded to my team now. When you know, with that crazy little trade we did last week, you know, we got rid of Nuh and Omar Ahmed. He's on Fairview Park. So there's been a lot of trades that's been happening this year. I think of all time, in every league I've ever done, in any league, this is probably the most trades ever in history. Like we done like probably 10 trades so far.
Yeah.
Week 1 we did six trades, and then we did like two more trades. This week like 4 more, so like 10 trades overall. Like it's insane.
Yeah, no, they got, you know, the trades, like you kind of like it because it adds more like, you know, spice to like the league, and like you like it because like it is basketball. It's not like football where like, okay, like if this guy doesn't fit, we can't get him like fit in like in future weeks. Like basketball, it's more like must plug and plug out type of thing. Like, so see, because like someone that could fit well for some other team that you could fit well for you must get them. You know what I mean? Like give them the other player and like help them. So definitely Fairview Park. They have players. I've heard great things about the Shamouk guy. I heard he's a bucket OG. Yahya also, as well as Abdul Karim. Like they got guys that can shoot. I watched them last week. Hella big 3-point team, but they also crash the glass too. Like they're getting boards. And I also think, knowing this because I've played with him, Hanif the Beef. signing up for another league with us. I think that's like just a great leadership they have
for sure.
to like really calm things down. You know, if they get into a dire situation, call timeout. Like he's a good voice to have in a huddle because he could help like understand, like help everyone calm down and also give you that energy that you need. So I think they got a cool little squad they have there.
He's also a good ref too, you know.
Good ref, yeah. Shout out to Hanif refing for us last week, man.
Nice little referee, man. But overall, yeah, for every park, they're 1-1 right now. They're looking good, low key. You know,
Yeah,
they're looking good.
better than some other teams.
Uphill battle, but you know they're making it out. So we'll see what happens the rest of the weeks. And now we're on to the long shots who are 0-2. You know, this team is coming in hot, man. This team's coming in hot. They are 0-2, but I tell you, Zach, the captain, he's hyped right now, man. Him and Ahmed Al-Hudahi, they have some major beef. Major beef alert right now, man. Zach is coming for Hudahi. You know, overall this team, he got his boys, and he got Anwar, Saeed, Muya, Alcom. Overall, this team is very, very solid. Like, they have players that can play. Alcom has to step it up, man. Alcom, you know, back in the day, he was having 40 points back at IGKC. He's gonna always in that first round draft pick. Now he's like getting picked, you know, 5th round, 4th round. You know, like what happened to Alcom? You know, like last week, 1 point, like Alcom has to step it up. But once he gets it going, though, I know this team can ball out. I saw Zach was driving in hard on Brotherhood. Like he was driving in, like he can play. He played some ball, played some football in high school. He's a real athlete. Zach is nice. So yeah, this team 0-2 right now. But as everyone knows, it's five games regular season and it's playoffs. Everyone gonna be in the playoffs. So you can play great right now, but come playoff time you play bad, you're going home. So just that's how it is in the playoffs. So yeah, overall this team is a solid 0-2 team. They're in the bottom right now, but you know.
Yeah, I think
they'll be okay.
I think especially when you got a cap that like cares so much and has fire, and like he's calling out like the other captain who's 2-0 and you're 0-2, like that must make you like, if you're on that team, you feel like you have a chance every game. You know what I mean? And like you said, 5 weeks, everyone makes the playoffs. I definitely think everyone's gonna get into more of a groove. Like Alcom, I don't see him having a 1-point game again, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, like the Alcom I knew, man, he was putting 40 on anybody's heads.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I think it's more of like a trying to like figure out that system type thing. And 5 weeks, so I definitely think they got a cool little squad.
Yeah,
it could be a scary team
for sure. Yeah, they're 0-2, long shots, but you know they'll be okay, inshallah. And our last team, you know, this is LA Braun. This is my team. You know, you know we are 0-2. It's a tough little start to our season. You know, he's on my team as well. You know, I just want to tell everyone right now. I want to let everyone know I can go 0-5 and still talk crazy coming to this podcast. Like, my confidence level is still high. You know, as you all know, I'm a 2-time champion in NBA. You know, I got 2 rings in my name. You know, last year was my first losing season. Lost in the semis. You know, so everyone knows. Like D1 knows this. D1. I'm talking D1 right now. He beat me week 4. Talking all this mess week 4. Posting on Instagram. You know, tagging me all this. And come playoff time, we came against Somali Pirates again and beat them in the playoffs when it mattered. Sent D1's team home. Somali Pirates, we sent y'all home last year, you know? We sent them home. So I want everyone to know that. 0-2 LA Braun, you haven't seen anything yet. You haven't seen nothing yet. My point guard, PG, Fahad Akhtar, he kind of got a belly right now. But when Fahad plays basketball, he's different breed. Like, this man is a coach on the court. He's a quarterback on the court and on the field. He just, the smarts IQ level is different. Once Fahad's there, we'll see a whole new LA Braun team. I'm excited for the rest of our season. Three more games we're gonna see with Fahad. And come playoff time now, will be scary. But for now, y'all can, you know, clown us, you know, 0-2.
Laugh in September.
Laugh September, come October, late October.
MIA, man. Yeah. MIA. No, I think we got a cool squad. Like, right now, the first 2 weeks, we're driving a train without our conductor. You know what I mean? Like, we had no one driving the train. Our train's going all over. But also, we played 2 great teams. We played the 2-0 teams, you know? Like, we didn't play, like, anybody that was missing anybody. Like, we're missing our second rounder. Did some trades, hopefully for better fits on our team. And our team, we have a bunch of OGs, man. Like, we have a bunch of guys that, like, have the IQ, have played basketball, have played in these leagues. Like, whether we go 0-2, whether we win out the rest of the year or go 0-5, like, we're not worried. Like, we know we're, you know, the laughing stock. Everybody's laughing at us, you know, Bosch clowning us last game. But like,
shooting half-court shots at halftime.
Half-court shots at halftime.
That's crazy.
You know, we're cool. We're chilling, man. We're just learning the league. We're learning these other teams. You know, a lot of us people on this team haven't played for a few years, so like, we're just going with the flow, man. It's okay if we lose on Sundays, but like, come October 24th, October 31st, we'll be hosting championships, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that is it for our team recap of our rosters. And now we're going to talk about the week 2 recap of what happened in these games. All right, so our first game of week 2, we had Fun Guys versus Fairview Park. And man, oh man, this team was breaking down. Fairview Park was breaking down from the start. Saldick said, if I'm not starting, I'm not playing. That's what he said. And then started talking about, if I'm like 40 minutes, I'm not playing either. That team was breaking down from the start. And this overall, Fairview Park just couldn't score the basketball. Like, they couldn't put the ball in the hoop. And the boys scored. They were scoring at will, low-key. Everyone was scoring from that team, you know. When you got Dawood coming off the bench, you know, harassing on defense, you got 4 fouls. But everyone was just running, gunning. You got Big Show points on the board, you know, and Big Show.
No one had lunch that day, man. Everyone was fed on the court.
Everyone was getting fed. We got assists on this team is crazy, you know, like Shai and Osama are kind of like competing for like who's the best passer on the team. They both can pass, like, it's insane. And rebound, they do it all. Yeah. And Osama's best thing he does when he catch that rebound, he's coming for that ball, man. He's coming to take the ball from the hands, man. It's insane. Overall, this team's a bully, man. Fun Guys are really, they come to bully you, and they come to just outscore you, and they do that, you know?
Definitely Fairview are just kind of like throwing up threes. And when you throw up threes, and especially if they don't go in, you're talking about like long boards to like run out. You know what I mean? Like, I was watching, someone grab the board, chuck it to Osama, bucket. Osama gets bored, chuck it. And I think like they relied too much on the threes to where they didn't, you know, set up the offense. Because everyone's shooting the threes, and then everybody's looking at the ball, and then it's just gone. Yeah. So I definitely think, you know, Fun Guys are definitely one of the top teams. I think Fairview with the, you know, new guys they're getting in, man, you know.
They got Noah now.
Yeah, and they got Noah, good rebounder and defender out there for them. Won't have anybody, you know, saying 40 minutes type stuff, man. So I think, you know, they're going to have to work in those new pieces and have to go up from there. But I definitely think that Fun Guys definitely took this game away from them.
Yeah, I think Fun Guys just better than them, man. Period. In their story, they're a better team than Fairview Park right now. So that's how it happened. And now to our second game of the day. We had LA Braun versus Huda Heat. You know, it's my team versus Huda Heat. And I'll tell you, like, the game started off, Huda came out slinging, you know. They came out, we had some game plans that didn't go through at all. You know, we were just discombobulated out there. We didn't know what was going on. And they first came out, punches in the mouth with that 10-2, whatever shot they had. We kind of rallied, got back into the game. And I tell you, when Bosch hit that half-court shot, that just hit the core, you know, just hit right in the heart.
I didn't even know the time either. Someone was yelling at him, like, look at the time, boy, just...
When he hit that shot, we were trying to get that, you know, that we're trying to come back. And that three just really hurt us, you know, hurt us down deep, and it just killed us. And after that, you know, second half, we're still in the game, and Bosch hits 4 threes in a row. Like, it was like 3, 12-point swing, you know. And ever since then, man, we tried coming back. You know, I hit some threes, you know, but it wasn't enough, man.
It was those nights, man, like, you know, when you see Curry going off, you know, you just pack your bags and you just move on to the next game.
It was Bosch's day, man. It was Bosch's day.
It was definitely Bosch's day. Shout out to Bosch for, you know, dropping a 24 on us. I think most of it also, you know, like, someone on our team said they were a small team, you know. No, we don't know who said that. Saw trees out there, man.
All trees.
Saw trees out there.
All trees, man.
All around saw trees. I think they had like 4 guys that could have done the jump off against Omar.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of those things where we didn't really know the team, you know. And, you know, when a guy's making threes from like, I think it was beyond the end. Like, I think he was closer to the midcourt line than he was the 3-point line.
Yeah.
The 3-point line we play on, I think he was closer to the midcourt line. When he's making those, you just got to tip your hat to him and just move on, man. You know, just like, you guys want to know how we feel, look at Jalen Hurts, the quote he gave after the game, man. You know, you just take a dump and you just flush the toilet and just move on.
Yeah, move on, man.
That's what we're doing here. So
0-2, LA Braun, 2-0 Huda Heat. We shall see what happens next. All right, man. Next game we got Brotherhood versus Long Shots, and man, oh man, oh man. Long Shots, man. Uphill battle is gonna be for these boys, you know. Just Brotherhood is just a better team. They're just better. Period in their story. They're a better team than Long Shots. Zach is doing his little thing. 17 points. No one else scored. And Roy has 7 points. You know, like no one else was scoring the basketball but Zach. And Brotherhood, we got Dustin. Dustin's scoring like 10 and just going home. Like he's just chilling out there. He's not even trying to score for real. But I tell you right now, KD, second half, man, oh man, he was going crazy. Like every single thing he threw was going in the hoop. He was shooting into a pool, low-key. Everything was going in. He's driving in, doing little Euros, you know, like he's doing everything he wants to do out there. He's chilling. He got to drop 18 in his sleep. And look at the first half, he wasn't playing much because he had foul trouble. He did all in the second half. Like it was insane. Overall, man, Brotherhood with a 20-point win against Long Shots. I don't know, Brotherhood, man, they might just low-key go 5-0 and just
a little coast.
They might coast to the playoffs because I don't know, man. They're looking too pretty right now, too nice.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not gonna make buckets, you gotta at least play some defense. And you know, like if you're definitely a team that struggles to score, you gotta help. You gotta play defense to like, you know, make it as close as possible. Definitely think it was a bad day just in general for Long Shots. Especially I think KD, him having foul trouble in the first half, boy came up like well rested, like new half and just went off. And I think Dustin seems just so well sound. They didn't have a problem with Hisham too. Hishem's dropping threes. So yeah, I just think like Long Shots, they just gotta, you know, D up and try to figure out something on offense. You know, maybe Alcom run in some stuff and help set up for others. But I just think Brotherhood is just like, as of like combined team, Dustin doing practices and stuff, I think they're just too good right now.
They're also going out to eat on Friday nights. It's giving them team chemistry bonding.
What the hell's our dinner, man? No wonder we're 0-2, man. We got no dinner.
Dustin's a crazy captain, man. That boy's different. But also Hasham, man, he's going crazy on this team.
Yeah,
last year he was the captain, now he's like a chilling, you know.
Hasham's
vibing.
definitely,
He's vibing. He got that hair out right now. He's chilling, getting rebounds.
Boy has a different hairstyle every time, man. I kind of like it, man. It keeps you guessing.
Also looking big and
always
slim.
big as hell,
Yeah,
man. When I guarded him week 1, man, I left with some bruises, man.
He's looking nice. He's looking very, very nice, man. All right. I'm going to add that crowd. All right, our next game, we got Ghost Town versus Hollywood. Man, oh man, oh man. This was supposed to be the game of the week. It was a crazy little game, you know, low scoring affair. Everyone was struggling to score the basketball, to be honest. Hamza had one of his quiet games. It's shocking, you know, 5 points for Hamza. Hamza's like a 20-point night guy, you know, and so it's shocking to have him. He had a bad game. But, you know, Abo Sheikh, you know, he had 19. Jesse had 16. So they produced for the team, but no one else did anything. Corporal had 2 points, you know, like Leaf. Brendan wasn't there. Ibarra broke his wrist. You know, they're kind of losing the players, you know. Yeah. They're kind of like, they're slimmed down on their roster, looking tough. 5-6 guys deep now without Brendan, you know, so it's tough. And on the other side, Ghost Town, Fahim dropped 20, their point guard.
He had a bucket.
And Fahim, I saw one play, he legit had a layup he could have had. He runs on the 3-point line, shoots a 3, you know, and like, that's insane, you know, that's crazy. And he made it though.
That's when you're feeling it, man.
Like, you know, Coach Carter, when that guy did that,
yeah,
and he's like, get out the game, you know, do that again, you're out. But Fahim is like that, so.
No, man.
20 points? That's crazy.
That's like, especially like they win it when like Bull has 5. No Jake from State Farm either. You know what I mean? Like, that's such a big win that you have when like, you know, you have someone like Fahim who can take it off. Hollywood, they're a big 3 team, especially with some injuries and especially if they're gonna have guys missing. So the big 3 has to show up, and 2 of them did, but the captain didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he only had 5. If they want to win the game, they gotta like produce that big 3 and then have their role players give them whatever.
Yeah,
like it's
sure.
gotta be like a big 3 team effort from them to set the tone for the other guys.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because if one of them doesn't show up and they don't get the others in play and they don't have the others showing up, then, you know, doesn't happen. But definitely a big win for Ghost Town not to go 0-2, 2 1-1 teams.
Shout out Jesse though. He held Bull to 5 points.
Yeah, that's definitely
he was playing good defense for sure.
Good job, Jesse.
But it wasn't enough.
Might be your only shout out.
It wasn't enough right there. It wasn't enough. And that's it for our week 2 recap. We're now going to our week 3 predictions.
This is our first game we have. We got Long Shots versus Huda Heat. You know, just kind of based of what just happened to LA Braun last week. I think Huda Heat, you know, a they'll be cruising this one. You know, Bosch, if you want to take a morning off, man, let's get some sleep, you know. Let some other people, you know, have their shine. But I'm going to go with Huda Heat on this one.
How bad is it going to be?
You know, I think because it's a 9 a.m. game, like they won't wake up. Like I think first half's gonna look kind of like cute, you know, like you know, long shot's gonna come out. I think the Zach guy, you know, this is where the beef is between the captains. I think he's riling up the troops in his group chats. I think he's telling them. So I think they're gonna long shots are gonna come out just out of the gate. You know, first 10 minutes, kind of. And I think if they do, and Huda Heat feels some scare. But the thing is, this is the Huda Heat we saw down 22-1 against Ghost Town. Like this team, this team doesn't go away. This team's scrappy. So I think the first half's gonna be close, but I think the second half things might get a little ugly.
Yeah, you know, I think that Zach is riled up, man. He's hot. I've been texting this man. He's like, he's gonna put 30 pieces in this man. He went 30 on Huda's head. Talking to Ahmed, man, it's personal. Ahmed, you know, he has his name in some trading talks with his team. He's trying to do some sabotaging, man. He was trying to take 2 of his players, you know. It got kind of crazy, but, you know, Ahmed's name is not clear. You know, we talked about it and stuff like that. And hopefully the players that were involved in the trade talks that didn't fall through. Because as you guys know, in like leagues, you cannot forcefully leave your team unless your captain trades you.
Yeah.
You know, and Nuh on my team, he would try and get traded, but I agreed to let him go. You know, I said, you can leave. You know, you want to leave, you can leave. But I could have said no to that. You know, that's the captain's choice to do that. And the trades that they tried doing, you know, Ahmed was trying to do some, you know, some slick stuff, trying to trade some peanuts for some star players, you know. And it's the good thing is Zach, you know, he held his ground. He didn't do it. But now, hopefully, Saeed and Muya, they come to play for long shots on Sunday. They're still on the roster, so that's the only team they can play for. Hopefully, they still play. But I think that Zach going to drop 20.
Yeah.
I see 20 from Zach. But overall, I think the Huda Heat is just a little bit too much. A little bit, they're too long, too big. Even the little brown boy gonna put some points on the board, man. So I think it's gonna be like a 55-40 kind of game, like close to the game, like you said. But
yeah,
Hoodie will probably finish.
Definitely anything can happen in 9 a.m. games, man.
And hopefully Zach puts up 40, man. I'm cheering for Zach.
I might low-key need 3 rips for that game.
I'm cheering for Zach, man. But I think Hoodie's gonna be 3-0 after this game.
Yeah.
We'll see though. We shall see.
Moving on to our next game, we got Fairview Park versus Hollywood. Hollywood just coming off a loss. Fairview Park coming off that blowout loss. Honestly, I think Hollywood's gonna pull out this one, man. I think they're just too much. I think the big three's gonna show up. I think Hamza Shabir, he's gonna do what he did week 1, where he's making like a couple crazy threes just to start off the game. Like, you know, I think he's gonna be watching this podcast. Homeboy's wearing the Mamba number. Can't wear the Mamba number and not show up back-to-back weeks. So I definitely think Hamza's gonna set the tone. And I Shake and Jesse, those guys hate losing. And also, I think a lot of their players are coming back, so they'll have some bench players too. I think Zishan is a sleeper, definitely. I think he'll put on some buckets. Brendan will have that defense. So I definitely think Hollywood. I think Fairview Park's gonna just struggle a little bit because they're getting a bunch of new players with Noor and 4-8. So I think the flow won't be as great, but I think Hollywood's gonna have this one in like a little 45-33 matchup.
Yeah, man. Fairview doing a lot of changes in their team, a lot of trades, a whole lot of stuff. We got Noor now joining a stacked team. You know, like, I don't know how he's gonna fit in with this roster. He thinks he's gonna be a star, but you know, inshallah khair on that. Inshallah khair. We'll see about that. But yeah, man, I think they're getting Moody back, so Moody's is a nice pickup for them. Second round picks coming back. We'll see what happens. But overall, I think that, like you said, Hollywood is a little bit too much. They're just they can score at will. You know, Brennan can drop 15 in his sleep. Hamza can drop 20. You know, Bo can drop 20 in his sleep. Just too much firepower from Hollywood. You know, hopefully Ali can rally the troops and shock the world, but I just can't see them win this game. I got Hollywood win this game pretty easily. I would say around 48 to like 30, something like that.
Sounds about right, man. Our third game of the week, we got LA Braun versus Fun Guys. That's my team, man. I'm not gonna be there this week. We're missing some players. But, you know, we got Fahad, the Akhtar, man.
The doctor, man.
Our excuses for the first 2 weeks, why we lost, man. We got Fahad. And that man's just a dog, man. That man will give us that, like, locker room, like, spur, the energy. I think we're going to have our conductor driving the train. I think this game will probably, despite missing some players, will be the cleanest game we have. We have our true point guard, Fahad. He plays quarterback for our football league. The man's got vision. He doesn't even want to shoot the ball. Like he said when he signed up, he builds bricks with his shots, man. So he doesn't even want to shoot the ball. I think everybody's going to come fed. I think LeBron, we're coming. No one eat before, and I think we're gonna get a little shocker. I think Funk guys though are definitely gonna cause some problems. I think it's gonna be a game of adjustments. But I think that's what's great about having Fahad is he knows how to do those adjustments from like first hand to see, like if he knows one player can't do it, then he will, pull it and like he'll be able to like he'll go there for instance. You know what I mean? And I think we're gonna have a big game from you and Amar. I just think like Amar's size is gonna be a problem. They have Diop, but like I think Diop's gonna spend so much energy guarding Amar that offense won't be there.
Yeah,
so I might be biased too, but Fahad, you're my guy, man. Let's pull up a dub.
Yeah, I like I like our chances to win this game. But we're 0-2, they're 1-1, so we beat them. We're already above them in the standings. It's a great chance for us, low key.
Yeah.
I think that week 3 we'll have our chance to win. It's just that they're very deep. They got Diop, Osama, Shahid, Coach. They're a very deep team. But I think that with us having limited players, we'll be staying in them for much of the game. So we'll like for us, like subbing, I don't even need to get any time, but we have 10 players on the roster. You got sub out here and there.
Subbing's been an issue.
But now we have less players. We'll get a lot of PT. I think we'll be fresh, ready to go. It'll be a close battle. It'll be a battle for sure. It's gonna be a close game. But I think that we'll score enough. Amar's gonna be 6 foot. He's the tallest guy on the court. I think he'll be a problem for them because they're one like the smart, like regular sized teams. No Somalis on the team. They're all regular sized IHKC people. So we'll be good. I think that it'll be a good game. But I see us winning. I see us winning this game 51-45, something like that, man.
Something close. I'll take a dub.
I'll
take anything, man.
I'll take it, man.
Finally, our last game we got. Primetime game, probably the best game. Highly recommend everyone staying for this one. Ghost Town versus Brotherhood.
Wow.
We got a big game, man. We got Brotherhood 2-0, just trying to Dustin's, driving that ship. I think, this game, they have some Somalis, Baby KD and Livin. And I think Ghost Town, they know that and they want to come for some heads. I'm sure D1's wilding out there, man. I definitely think this one's going to be an interesting first rounder battle. Like Bull and Baby KD going at it. Like they both got size. They both got offensive skills. I don't think Bull is going to have another quiet game like that. And also the other matchup I'm interested in is Fahim versus Dustin. And I think though what's going to end up helping Brotherhood pull ahead is their defense, man. Their defense, Dustin's defense is one of the best defenses in this whole league. Boys motor is crazy. I think he's going to force hella turnovers. And I think Ghost Town is just going to get too overwhelmed by kind of what happened to us week 1. Mm-hmm. So I have Brotherhood in a very tight matchup, probably like 41 to like 35, 36, like our game.
Yeah, man, I think this is going to be a crazy game. Dustin, you got Liban, you got Baby KD. Their big threes is crazy. But also Ghost Town, man, like, you got Bull, you got Fahim. If Jake gonna be there, Jake from State Farm, they have a cool little big 3 too. But I just think that, I think that Bull has been quiet this year. I think that this might be the game where he kind of like, pops off a little bit. Cool little 15, 18 point game. He's been very been quiet. Last week he had Jesse on him. Probably like a size thing. He couldn't, just couldn't get it going. But I think that Brotherhood is probably like the best from like, our side of the spectrum. So I think that Ghost Town is a big game for D1 to kind of show like where they're at in like the standings and stuff like that. But I think that Brotherhood might lose their first game of the year. I think they might, their first loss might be coming this week to Ghost Town. I think that Bull gonna get it going, Jake gonna get the passes going. Dustin is very hard to guard, but if they just key in on him and key in on KD, limit LeBan's 3-pointers, they have a chance to win the game. So I think that I see Ghost Town win this game, like very close battle, like a 45-42 free throws late to close the game out, something like that. But man, it'll be crazy. But I got Ghost Town win this game
for sure. And that is our week 3 predictions.
All right, so now we're doing our top 3 for MVP so far in the season. It's been a crazy little start to the season, but the clear number 1, I think we all know it's gonna be Bosh. Mm-hmm. He dropped like 20 points week 1, 24 week 2. His average is like 22 points a game right now through 2 weeks. No, he's definitely number 1. Clear number 1 favorite right now.
Yeah.
I got also a low-key one. I got Fahim right now. He's been scoring like crazy. 20 points week 2. Like he's been balling, man. Like he's a point guard and pretty much last game, if he didn't score his 20 points, they would have like lost by 40. Like it was only his points that carried them last week. So that's huge. Obviously got Yassine, KD, through 2 weeks. Week 1 he had kind of cute little quiet game, but week 2 he balled out, dropped 18 points for that for sure. My top 3 right now I got Bosh, Fahim, and Yassine.
Cool little top 3. Like you said, Bosh. I mean, anybody that's been watching the first 2 weeks, that's clear number 1. And like he just keeps balling, We gotta see, does he keep it up or does he, decline down? But I also think a lot of players are gonna start climbing up. My next person is I'm gonna give it to Abo. Abo, he's definitely up there right now after week 2, but like his team also has like Jesse and like Hamza. So like one of those two can jump up just because there's only one basketball. But for now, I'm giving it to Abo, man. He's giving them defense, offense, rebounding, shooting. And then my third one is Diot Justri. Man's going left and right, getting buckets, defending. I think he's gonna blow up in one of these games. Inshallah, not against our game though. Take the morning off. But he's my third one. Definitely other players in consideration. It's really early for MVPs, but definitely those are probably gonna be my top 3 for now.
All right, and that is it for our podcast for this week. Like I said, for Instagram, give us some questions to give out for next week. We'll do a little Q&A during our podcast. Put the questions in our DM us for those questions. Ask us anything, that we can talk about right now in the podcast. But that is it for our weekly podcast. Inshallah, we'll see you guys next week.
Assalamu
alaikum.